بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. So the brothers asked me to just speak on some reminders for this blessed month of Ramadan. So inshallah, I don't have much time. So briefly, the first reminder is to not make your days of Ramadan like your normal days. There should be a difference of your days of Ramadan and the days that are outside of Ramadan. So this means that you should realize the gates of Jannah are open. The gates of the hellfire are closed. The shayateen are chained up. Safarat al-shayateen. So if you are not improving in your ibadat, in your ta'at, if you are still doing the muharramat, that means there's something wrong with you. That means you're not taking advantage of this beautiful blessed month that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gifting to you and making it easy for you to worship Him. That means you're not taking advantage of wanting to go into the Jannah whose gates are open. That means you're not taking advantage of wanting to earn Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy and maghfirah and itqu min an-nar, His rahmah, His mercy, His forgiveness, and His freeing from the hellfire. Every single night Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala frees people from the hellfire. So if you're making your Ramadan days the same as your normal days, then there is an issue. Number two, striving to achieve taqwa. As Allah Azza wa Jalla said, يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. The whole purpose of fasting is to achieve taqwa. So in this month we should be striving extra to achieve taqwa. Learning what is taqwa. Learning how can we increase our taqwa. Some of the ways inshallah is to purify the heart and purify the nafs by obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and staying away from that which He has forbidden. Increasing in your ikhlas. The Sawm in general is one of the ibadat that makes us understand the meaning of ikhlas, because nobody can tell, the whole world cannot tell you are fasting or not fasting except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is a training grounds for us to make our other ibadat having this sir of ikhlas, this special sweetness and secret ibadah that we have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you want to improve in your Ramadan, make sure besides the siyam to have certain ibadat that nobody really knows about except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Striving to increase your ikhlas inshallah will help you in achieving taqwa. Purifying your heart from any envy or hatred or lust or wrongful desires or jealousies, or if you have like some type of disagreement with your brothers or sisters, make peace, cleanse the heart before it's too late. We've mentioned before that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He doesn't, the deeds are lifted up to Him on every Monday and Thursday, except for the ones who are fighting with one another. He will tell the angels to hold the deeds until they have made peace with one another. So don't be of those who have hatred in their hearts towards their brothers and sisters. And this month, along those lines, think of the brotherhood of Islam and the sisterhood of Islam. You, along with your brothers, no matter what your socio-economic background is, we are all the same in terms of when we break our fast, when we eat. In the ibadat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches us this ukhuwah of Islam in every ibadah that we do in the jama'ah. In Hajj, we all wear the same clothing. No matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, no matter what color you are, you're all going to wear the same clothing to make the Hajj. In the salat, we're standing in the ranks, praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All that thing of lineage, of power, of wealth is thrown out the window. It's your ibadah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in this wonderful ibadah of siyam, we all break our fast together to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So remember the brotherhood of Islam, and remember our brothers and sisters around the world, that we're all one ummah. Number four, strive to improve your character. So fasting, if we can abstain from those things that are halal from us, the food and the drink and lawful desires, What about abstaining from those things that are haram for us? What about improving our character? The Prophet ﷺ said, إِذَا كَانَ يَوْمِ صَوْمِ أَحَدِكُمْ فَلَا يَرْفَثْ وَلَا يَصْخَبْ وَإِنْ سَابَهُ أَحَدًا أَوْ شَاتَمَهُ أَوْ قَاتَلَهُ فَلْيَقُلْ إِنِّي امْرُؤٌ صَائِمٌ. That when it is the day of your fasting, you should not speak foul, nor should you scream, raise your voice, meaning don't get angry, don't get upset. And if somebody comes to yell at you or curse you or want to fight with you, you respond to them by saying, I am fasting. Inni sa'im. So this is teaching us how to improve our akhlaq. Maybe some of us get angry easily. Maybe some of us have some bad characteristics or bad habits that we do. The fasting should be teaching you to get rid of this. إِنَّمَا الْعِلْمُ بِالتَّعَلُّمُ وَإِنَّمَا الْحِلْمُ بِالتَّحَلُّمُ. Knowledge is with learning, and earning that kind of shyness and humbleness and quietness and not getting angry upset so easily is also a quality that can be learned. And that's one of the benefits of Ramadan. Tahdhib al-nafs. That's one of the things that you should be having from your fasting. If you find that you can explode easily and get angrily easily, then realize your fasting is not having a positive effect upon you. It should be causing you to be more humble, more patient. You're leaving your food and your drink for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Of course, you can leave those things that are detrimental to you. And this includes arguing. Even if you are right, as the Prophet ﷺ said, that I will guarantee a place in Jannah for the one who leaves argument for my sake, even if he is correct. Especially in this month of Ramadan. Which brings me to my fifth point, using your time wisely. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, أَيَّامٍ مَعْدُودَاتٍ. Look, already the first week of Ramadan is finished. Look how quickly it's going. Look at our own lives, how many years have passed. Every single day it's passing so quickly. Don't let this beautiful, blessed gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala go to waste. Especially not on arguing or looking at things we're not supposed to be looking at or scrolling too much. The scholars of Islam, subhanAllah, and they were the ulama, and they taught the ummah. They would even leave the books of ilm, which is something beneficial and beautiful for the ummah, for the sake of the Quran and not to be preoccupied. They would close their stores so they could focus on worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What about us? What have you done to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Along these lines, the Quran. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. This is the month in which the Quran has been revealed. Allah Azza wa Jal chose this month to reveal, according to some narrations, all of His holy books. The Quran, the Injil, the Zabur, the Suhuf. So it's something special with the words of Allah. It's a special time to get back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and take advantage of reading His book. Don't make it like your normal days. Increase it. Some of the Salaf would actually finish the Quran on a daily basis, subhanAllah. I'm not asking us to do that, but at least try to finish at least one khatma of the Quran during this month. And even better if you can do so with an understanding and pondering. Let the Quran affect your hearts. If you go with Ramadan, listening to the Quran, reading the Quran, trying to understand the Quran, and your heart is not moved, and you do not cry for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the reflection, there is something wrong with the heart. And you must try to seek out, what am I doing wrong? Because this month of Ramadan, with the fasting, your heart should be extra soft, and the words of Allah should affect you that much more. I only have 2 more minutes, so 2 more points, inshallah. I want you to take revenge. But I just said, clean your hearts of any hatred and jealousy. A revenge against who? Can anybody guess? Yes, Shaitan. He got our father Adam alayhi salam, kicked out from Jannah. So what can we do to take revenge upon him? What is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And stay away from that which is forbidden. And my final point, one of the best ways to seek revenge upon the shaitan is to give in sadaqah, to give in charity, to expunge your sins, to protect your family from evil, to protect your health, and to increase your barakah. All these can be achieved in giving sadaqah. In this month of Ramadan, where the deeds are amplified, inshallah, where you're closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As it's narrated in many ahadith, كان أجود الناس وأجود ما يكون في رمضان. He is the most generous of people, and he was most generous in the month of Ramadan. So in opening your hearts, inshallah, and trying to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, taking revenge upon the shaitan, and becoming a better Muslim, remember that concept. Don't waste any time. Preoccupy yourself with the book of Allah. Remember the ummah and the oneness of the ummah. Improve on your character. Increase also, I forgot to mention, in dua. This is also the month of dua. If in the hadith, as the hadith says, that one of the ways the du'as are accepted is while you are fasting. Anytime you're fasting throughout the year, your du'a is accepted, inshallah, upon breaking the fast. Imagine breaking the fast in Ramadan. As Allah Azza wa Jal said in Hadith Qudsi, كُلُّ عَمَلِ ابْنِ آدَمْ لَهُ إِلَّا الصِّيَامَ فَإِنَّهُ لِي وَأَنَا أَجْزِي بِهِ. That all of the actions are for the child of Adam, except the fasting, it is for me, and I will reward accordingly. And he tells us in the ayat of Siyam, إِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. Allah is saying, if my servants ask you, O Muhammad, about me, tell them I am close and that they should call upon me. If they call upon me, I will answer them. Allah is telling us, if you call upon Him, He will answer you. Make dua for yourselves, for this beautiful organization, for the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.